Ready? Scott, just a general question to start. How are you guys handling the heat?
It was hotter out there than we're used to. I think guys got out there and got a little overheated, but it was good to see them fight back. We talk about having mentally and physically tough players, and it's more a mental thing today than anything to get overheated a little and have to fight back and practice hard, and I thought our players responded well.
As you're managing a practice, do you let guys just break away and go get something to drink if they need it, or how do you philosophically deal with it?
Well, we want them hydrating all the time, so we want them hydrating on and off the field. Most of the hydration battle is lost before they even step out there, so there's a lot of things we do in between practice to make sure that they're right.
You've lost an offensive lineman. We've talked to the position coach. We've talked to another OL guy. How does that fit in your scheme of things?
Well, we don't talk about injuries. We've got a lot of good football players on this team, and we're looking forward to seeing who's going to play for us, and we got a lot of good candidates to fill the job.
How would you assess Andre Iguodala's progression from the spring to now?
How would I assess your pronunciation?
It was probably really bad.
It was close.
Andre's come along. I think he was really raw when he got here. He's grown up a lot over the course of time. He's in the mix with a bunch of other guys that have shown us enough in camp to threaten to have a chance for some playing time on the offensive line.
So I guess the next question would be, how do you pronounce his last name?
Iguodala.
Okay.
All right.
Nice job.
One of the biggest things that Andre had said that he struggled with is confidence. Can you talk a little bit about what you've seen with him practicing so much more in that first starting role over spring and now?
Yeah, I talk to our guys about self-efficacy all the time. Self-efficacy is if you believe you can get the job done or not, and that's a higher predictor of success than sometimes athletic ability. And guys that believe they can do it get it done a lot more often than guys that don't. So I think you see a lot of freshmen that come in and don't necessarily trust themselves, and by the time they get a little bit of experience, they do.
Farrell Brown's had injuries and got suspended late last season. How has he progressed this year? Is he looking like he could fulfill the promise that he shown since he's been here?
Yeah, we're excited about Farrell. Excited to see him out there on the field. You know, he's been here long enough now. It's time for him to put it all together and have the kind of year we're expecting.
What's Jeff Watkins like in his new camp?
Well, the things Jeff needed to improve on, I've noticed a marked improvement in. I think he's bigger and stronger this year. He looks faster this year. He's always been ahead of the curve mentally and from the mental side of the game. You know, he just was physically behind Marcus a little bit, but he's done a good job of getting himself to be a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, a little bit better athlete.
Is there anything in particular you hope to see in tomorrow's scrimmage?
Oh, I just want to see guys execute and compete. You know, especially some of the young guys. You know, they look good sometimes until it's live bullets, and then you got to see how they respond. So, anxious to see some of these young guys block and tackle and do things when we're going live.
Steve mentioned Tyrell's like a guy that he may have to play now as a true freshman. Is that kind of a situation where you want to see how he responds, maybe going up against the ones or the twos in a live scenario?
Yeah. Look, you know, we got a lot of good freshmen in this class. I'm really pleased with it. I think there's, you know, 5, 6, 7 of them that are going to be future stars for us. Tyrell's definitely one of those guys, but some of those guys have to grow up quick.
Right.
And usually, how emotionally mature they are is the determining factor whether they play or not.
So it's more maybe mental than actually physical of being able to get on the field quickly?
Yeah, I mean, they got to improve in all areas, but most of these kids come in here good enough athletes to play. It's how quick they pick it up and how quick they can be mentally tough enough to get out there with the old guys and play.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, guys.
Oh my Lanta. Hey, not a good day to wear a white shirt. Set it away, guys.
No idea.
Yeah. The old you guys, the old school.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Marcus.
How are you doing with the heat today?
It was pretty hot, but I think for our team we were able to battle through it. Showed a little bit of mental toughness on our part, and it ended up being a good work day.
Marcus, Tyler has acknowledged his injury on Twitter. It's obviously a blow to him, but he seems like a guy who's a leader on this team, who everybody likes. Emotionally, how does the team take this?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Anytime you have injuries, it is tough. But we understand that Tyler's going to do his best to contribute any way he can. He's one of our spiritual leaders. He's one of those guys that can really get guys going. And, he understands that he can use his words to be powerful and mean a lot of things. So, it is unfortunate. We're praying for him, but he's going to work back to getting healthy, and he'll still make his contributions to our team.
Seems like Andre is the guy, the next man up, so to speak. What have you seen from Andre? We haven't seen him play a lot on the field on Saturdays because he's been behind Tyler and Jake at tackle. What does Andre bring? What are his best traits?
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that's learning the position. Tyler and Jake have both really worked hard with Andre this offseason, and he's excited to get this opportunity. It is unfortunate the way it happened, but sometimes guys are going to have to step up, and Andre's going to do that for us, and we're going to be prepared for it.
Have you seen Andre grow over the years he's been here?
Oh yeah, for sure. When he first came in, he was pretty one of those guys, just like any other freshman, was lost with the schemes, but he's really learned and he's really come a long way with that. And like I said, we're gonna have to depend on him in this fall.
Is there anyone out wide that's really standing out for you as far as their play and maybe working with you?
Yeah, obviously Keenan has been doing a great job this fall camp. He's kind of a proven veteran. Out of the young guys, Darren Carrington, Devin Allen, Chance Arden, even some of the freshmen that have just come in, Charles Nelson, they've all made, a lot of plays. Now we just have to get these guys lined up in the right positions and in the right formations and get our offense rolling in that.
According to Coach Frost's timeline, you guys said that you have the offense still today. Are you at that point, or you still have a little work to do?
Obviously, we have a lot of work to do. We play the game now in a couple of weeks, but you can only get better.
Doing anything special to stay hydrated? Deal with the heat?
I'm just trying to drink as much water as I can, even when I go back to my apartment. A lot of guys like to bring around like a big carton full of water. I might have to do that the next couple of days.
Can you take breaks on the field? What's the philosophy on that as you guys are going through practice?
Yeah, our athletic training staff does a remarkable job with us. They have enough now that they're able to kind of be there with water bottles at each position. Especially heat like this, it's very pivotal for us as athletes to get hydrated, and allows us to kind of keep going through practice without taking breaks.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thank you, Marcus.
Have a good day.
You too. This is
Did Marcus say anything?